London4Children. Hello kids, we are going to visit London in an entertaining and exciting way. Let's go! We are Miriam Granger, Laura Wesley, Ismael Potter and Carmen Snape, and we are going to discover the city with you.
I spy the London Eye. The London Eye is a massive wheel that gives passengers a view of the whole of the city beyond. At its highest point, it is 135 meters above ground, as high in the sky as 26 giraffes standing on each other's heads. You can say it's really, really big. Do you know what? On a clear day, you can see 40 kilometers from the highest point of the London Eye, all the way to Windsor's Castle. Are you wondering how it works? With a central hub connected to the outer and inner rings by cable spokes. It spins kind of. Each rotation takes about half an hour, so the day goes slow enough for people to get on and off without the wheel having to stop.
Madame Tussauds started by making wax death masks of people killed during the French Revolution. She came to London in 1803 and exhibited 30 models. They were a huge hit because they gave people glimpses of celebrities before photography was widespread and long before the invention of television. Madame Tussauds creates about 50 figures a year, each one taking up to 6 months to finish. Real human hair is used on figures, not only top of the head but also for beards, moustache and eyebrows, so it needs regular shampooing and styling. The biggest model ever created is the hero, Incredible Hulk. His fingers are thicker than a man's arm. The Big Ben. It's about time. If you didn't have a watch or a mobile phone or a computer or a microwave or a radio or a television, how would you tell the time? You would need a big clock you could see from distance, something that tick-tock every minute and made a fuss every hour, like London's Big Ben. This big clock tower has been London's timekeeper for more than 150 years. Big Ben is really just the bell in the Palace of Westminster clock tower, not the whole tower. To keep Big Ben looking good, a team of cleaners has to sail down ropes to reach the 4 dials of the clock. They make sure to keep out of a strong wind so they don't get blown away. Just a gossip. Heavy snow once caused Big Ben to ring in the new year 10 minutes later.
After visiting the Big Ben, why don't we take a photo in a London telephone box?
Buckingham Palace. Buckingham Palace is the Queen's official London residence and is used to reside and entertain guests on state, ceremonial and official occasions for the royal family. The palace was originally built in 1705 for the Duke of Buckingham. Soldiers in the Queen's 5 regiments of foot guards can stay alert forever, so there is a regular changing of the guard. Their tall hats are made from the fur of Canadian black bears. If you want to see the change of guard, you must know it takes place in the forecourt of Buckingham Palace at 11:30 every day in summer.
Hyde Park occupies 350 acres of central London. It offers a huge variety of facilities including horse riding, swimming pool, bowling green, cycle routes, putting green and tennis. There are a host of events running throughout the year ranging from guided walks to a 41-gun royal salute. Speaker's Corner is a well-known feature of Hyde Park, where open-air public speaking, debate and discussion are allowed. Speakers there may speak on any subject they choose, as long as the police consider their speeches lawful. Hyde Park is also full of animals, If you are lucky, maybe you can be one of these tourists who have a picture feeding a squirrel. They are so lovely. Do you want to drive a toy car? Let's fly with Broomstick to Hamleys.
Welcome to Hamleys, where every day is a magical day. Hamleys is one of the world's best-known retailers of toys. Its flagship store in London is the world's largest toy store. Located on Regent Street, it is considered one of the city's major tourist attractions, receiving around 5 million visitors per year. Hamleys is named after William Hamley and was opened in 1881. Hamleys' flagship store has 7 floors covering 54,000 square feet, all devoted to playthings with different categories of toy on each floor. In Hamleys, we can find different kinds of toys, such as action figures, remote control vehicles, model kits, dolls, arts and crafts, toys for young children, board games, jigsaws, a wide variety of stuffed animals, novelties, or construction toys like Lego.
If you are looking for mummies and mega treasures, you need to visit the Mummies Museum. In ancient Egypt, when someone died, their body was embalmed and wrapped in linen clothes to preserve it. Yuck! The British Museum holds some of the most famous treasures in the world, and a lot of visitors start with the creepy mummies. Wrapping a mummy in linen was a long, slow process. The body was prepared carefully according to common practices, rituals, and beliefs. The brain was taken out through the nose and thrown away. The internal organs were also taken out and preserved in salt. Jewelry and lucky charms were put inside the wrappings. There are more mummies in this museum than anywhere outside Egypt. You can even find mummies of cats, apes, and eels. Besides, lots of amazing ancient objects have been saved and gathered for display in the British Museum. Some are even thousands of years old, which means they were made centuries before there were any modern tools.
Why don't we get on the bus to go to Camden?
Camden Town. You can arrive by tube to Camden Town Station with the Northern Line. Camden Town is a district of Inner London in northwest London and the central neighbourhood of the London Borough of Camden. It is located 2.4 miles north-northwest of Charing Cross and is one of the 35 major centres identified in the London Plan. It was laid out as a residential district from 1791 and was originally part of the manor of Kentish Town and the parish of St Pancras, Middlesex. The town became an important location during the early development of the railways and is also located on the London Canal network. Its industrial heritage has made way for retail, tourism and entertainment, including a number of internationally renowned markets and music venues that are strongly associated with alternative culture. You can find in this district the famous Camden Lock Market. As an anecdote, Oliver Twist writer Charles Dickens was a one-time resident of Camden Town. He placed various characters and places in his stories. There are some interesting places we can find here. The Roundhouse is a locomotive engine constructed in 1748 for the London and Birmingham Railway. There are some interesting pubs and clubs like Hawley Arms Pub, the London local and frequent haunt of Amy Winehouse. The World's End has been a pub since 1778, located on Camden Road near Camden Town Tube Station. And the Camden Head is one of Camden's oldest pubs, situated on the High Street. finally, you can find historical places like Arlington House, a hostel for the homeless, one of the Rowstone houses, the Camden Catacombs, the Jewish Museum, and the St. Michael's and St. Pancras Old Church. As you can see, you need at least one day to visit it.
William the Conqueror invaded England in 1066 and built the White Tower from which to rule over his new kingdom. Kings and queens lived in the Tower of London, but later it became the royal prison and torture chamber for traitors. More than 100 people have been hanged, beheaded, or shot at the Tower of London over centuries. The tower was the prison, while the executions were mostly carried out on Tower Hill. Hands off! The crown jewels are kept in a strong room inside the White Tower, and 7 ravens live in the tower. Legend says England will fall if they ever leave.
Let's take the underground to go King Cross to jump through the wall platform 9 3/4.
Even muggles can see the locations in London that were used in the Harry Potter film series. Platform 9 3/4. Here is the arch wall between platforms 9 and 10 at King's Cross Station. Anyone who tries to jump through this wall is in for a trip to the doctor. People from all over the world head to platform 9 3/4 at King's Cross Station, hoping that, just maybe, they'll be able to catch the famous Howard's Express to the School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. The train was actually filmed in the Scottish Highlands. Westminster Underground Station became the Ministry of Magic. Locals were grumpy when the station was closed for filming and they couldn't catch their trains.
You can't miss the Archipelago restaurant. This place is excellent with a nice and unique setting, delicious food, especially peacock, croc and insects, and an excellent service. I'd recommend it to everyone.
After a delicious insect salad, shall we take a taxi to go to Jurassic Museum? Most people didn't know about dinosaurs until 1853, when some Englishmen made them famous. Sculptor Hawkins worked with zoologist Richard Owen to create life-size models of prehistoric beasts. Owen not only made the world aware of this important group of extinct creatures, but he invented the word dinosaurs. Inside the Natural History Museum, which he helped develop, scientists study new dinosaurs' findings. The main hall is dominated by Dippy the Dino, a cast of Diplodocus skeletor.
We travel by ship along the Thames River. Old Father Thames. If only the Thames could talk. It has flowed through 2,000 years of invasions, fires, bombings, plagues and pollution, carrying its secrets of the rich city to the North Sea. And without Old Father Thames, it's doubtful that London will exist at all. Back when England had a huge empire, London was the busiest port in the world. These days, while large ships can still navigate the river all the way to London Bridge, you are more likely to see a party boat than a cargo ship. Did you know that hundreds of years ago, when London winters were much colder, the Thames would often freeze over? Frost fairs were held on the ice with shows, shops and sports like ice bowling.
That's all, folks. We hope you have enjoyed the trip.